So we are back with another Vietnam Capta mission, this time highlighting House of Knightley. We are on episode 6 of season 2. That episode is entitled Embers of the Hearth. We carry over from the previous episode, the Blood Wine Trail. And in that episode, Commander Arhat here and Captain Knightley followed a path of trying to figure out where Gom'rok, the main antagonist, was headed, and through a series of uh, deduction and going to locations to figure things out. At the very end of the episode, it was revealed that the IKS Qel'Thoq was headed for Barolia, a
Mm.
colony planet in which Captain
Yes.
Knightley was raised on. So we ended that mission with Gowry's ship, the IKS Qel'Thoq, heading towards Barolia to intercept Gom'rok from potentially destroying that world. So as the ship is in warp, and it has been 12 days since the other mission, so you guys are quite far in ahead of the Drake's current mission. And what the IKS Qel'Thoq sees on long range sensors is for sure the IKS Qel'Thoq Gom'rok's vessel
Oh boy.
on long range sensors as they start to enter like the system of Barolia. Gowry says, increase warp, bring us in immediately. And the second we come out, he wants them the second they come out of warp to put shields up, to arm weapons, and to start open firing on the Coker.
Hmm. I confer.
So the IKS Qel'Thoq drops out of warp, and I'm going to show you like a generalization of what you see. This is not like an exact image. So
Very
that's
good.
technically Barolia behind it, but obviously it's not a great scale picture. But this is the IKS Coker. This is the vessel.
Cool.
So that's what we see.
Okay.
So the Qel'Thoq begins opening firing on the Coker, and obviously Dagor is right behind, and he begins open firing as well. So we're going to roll some dice here and see what happens. Okay, so both ships open fire. They do minimal damage to the shields, and you see that there's like a pause in. So you can see activity on the planet like change, like physically change on the planet. It seems like something that they were doing on the ship is slowed down or changed. Gowry's people are pretty much focused on shooting at the ship. What would you guys like to do?
I guess I would go to the planet and try and go find my family and try to get everybody to safety.
Okay. What about you, Mike? You just following lead there?
I'd go with the captain, yes.
Okay. So you make this announcement to Gowry that you're gonna like immediately go down to the planet, and he says, "Fine, Captain, fine." He says,
Mhm.
"But science officer, do a preliminary scan so that they know where to land in the shuttle." And so the science officer scans. He did not succeed at scanning. Maybe perhaps too much radiation or something in space. He's having a hard time getting a clarity. Would you
Mhm.
like to help him? If you're going to physically do the scanning, it'll be science control. If you're just going to like encourage him to re-roll, we can have you do command presence.
So my science control is a 15,
That's not bad.
but I
And
also have advisor for a talent.
Yep.
if you advise him
Yeah.
and you roll
Okay.
Command presence.
Yeah, that'll work.
which would be a 14, which isn't bad.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah, so just roll 1d20, and I'll have this guy or the science officer roll again.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you have a success. He didn't make you on to reroll.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to give you that success. So he shows you on the main screen what it looks like down on Barolia currently. Okay.
Liquefied.
So what he explains to you is that these javelins, which you're familiar with, these like antenna javelins that are on the planet, are producing extreme levels of radiation. So he explains that anyone or anything that would get within 50 yards of the antenna while it's active would suffer instant, irreversible cellular liquefaction.
Mm.
At
Yeah.
55 yards, you would get third degree burns. Um, at 56 yards, you have a 50% chance of getting a third degree burn, but definitely second degree burns. At 57, 50% chance of second, but definite first degree. 50% at 59 yards, 50% chance of first degree burns, but definitely discomfort. You'll be uncomfortable. And then at 63 yards, you would feel intense heat. And then at 71 yards, you would just feel like you were outside in the sun, like it would feel really warm. You'd have like a warm sensation.
Okay.
At 88 yards, you would be able to see the heat streaks. So, what these rings are, he has labeled for you 90 yards. So, those rings are 90 yards away, a circular ring around each antenna. So, basically, that is like the zone of problem. And obviously, as you get closer and closer inside of it, is more likely death.
Okay.
So that is where you guys find yourself as you are about to land onto the planet. As you, Commander Arhat, don't know because you didn't experience this on the previous mission, Lieutenant Commander Sova had. These devices were launched from the IKS Qel'Thoq. They attach into the ground and they radiate, radiation. They're doing something. That part they're not really sure about because really good scans were not given. And then it seems like somehow once they connect or do their purpose or something, they ignite and they make like a very, very big nuclear explosion. So basically, in between all of these antenna will just become a giant like atom bomb. It's a very effective way of just clearing out a site, just immediately like eliminating a site and not having any resistance. So that is what Aurola's Prime faced, and now Barolia is facing it. But it seems
Okay.
like they've gotten farther into the process before they seem to be farther into the process than they were when they first landed on Aurola's Prime. It seems like Barolia is been in it for a minute. Anything extra before we land or no?
I'm grabbing my big gun.
Okay.
Do they have any like environmental suits that would help protect against like heat and radiation and whatnot?
They have very rudimentary like EVA suits to do like outside work, but they're not like Starfleet standard. To remind you, you had used them on the facility with
Right.
Lieutenant Commander Sova. So
So yeah, I'd like to have our hat and I put those on.
okay, sure.
Uh, Maybe I grab a batleth. Something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Do you just want the two of you, or do you want to take any of a couple of Gowry's men?
I feel like probably should just be us,
Okay.
just because of I know the history of Klingons invading the planet and how that would look.
Sure. Okay. So you guys go down the corridor, you board the shuttle, you put on your EVA suits, As Lieutenant Commander Sova experienced Commander Arhat, the suits are 1,000 times more worse than the Klingon ship. The odor inside of it is kind of overwhelming. It's not pleasant. You look over at Knightley, and you know what? Let's have you, Adri. Let's have you roll Command Presence difficulty 1.
Okay. I have 2 successes.
So 1 momentum, so somebody can keep track of that.
Very good.
So what you see when you look over at her R hat, she doesn't really seem bothered by anything that's been bothering you. She seems like she's kind of used to this, maybe, but she's definitely not as overcome by it as you would assume.
Okay.
Yep, you don the suits, you get into the shuttle, you begin your descent onto Barolia, and you see an area where, as you're landing, you're kind of on the outskirts of the village.
Yep.
And I'll show you this image. It's just a reference. You're not this close to it, but just so that you can picture yourself on the ground. This is what you see. This is probably a full football length away from you. So don't. I know it's going
Okay.
to look really close, but it's not.
Wow. Okay. That's a good AI picture.
So that's what you're seeing.
Wow.
And as you
Scary.
notice, these Klingons look a little different than the traditional Klingon.
Yes, I do.
So that's what it looks like about 100 yards away. And now it's yours. So show
Okay.
me what you want to do.
I would like to run towards them and start also assaulting the Klingons.
Okay.
And I would like to see if I can see if my parents or any of the people that are right there.
Okay. So then what are you doing, Mike? Or hat?
Initially, I'd be assessing the antenna from where we are.
Okay.
I know we can't get close to them,
Yep. 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 Yep.
but because this would be my first experience with them, I would look at them and try to figure out exactly what they're doing.
Okay.
I'm not real good with science, but I can tell that they're giving off something and destroying everything around them.
So you to do what both of you want to do, it means you're going to have to split up if that's what you want.
That's I'm okay with that.
Okay. Are you cool with that, Commander Arrett?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So
like narratively, like I as much as I'd like to keep my cool, like I Knightley's
you're not
not
going to.
really concerned about like
Sure.
protocol and yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, I like it. It's fine.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm gonna put you to like about the 90-yard mark of an antenna so that you can like kind of properly look at it. Because from a distance, it just looks like a structure on fire. It doesn't look like anything that you can really,
Right.
you got to get close enough to it to really make a better assumption. So you, Captain, are indicating that you're emotionally running. So
Yes.
put on
With anger.
We're going to put Con Daring on you, difficulty 2, as you run towards the Klingons. And
Condering.
we're going to put you, our hat, when she's done with this roll, you're going to be going over to the antenna, but you're both going in that direction. When she's done with this roll, then we'll have you roll. So we're going to let, like, essentially time is going to pass because you're moving, 90 yards. You're moving down like a football field to this thing.
Well, I got 2 failures.
Did you get 2 failures?
No 20s, just I got a 17 and a 15 and I needed 11.
Okay. So you, Captain Knightley, are like you're running, but you are just like you're tripping over like everything and like occasionally taking a knee and just like getting back up and keep running. You're like immediately scuffing like your knees and your arms and stuff and you're kind of finding that this EVA suit is like keeping you very sluggish. It's like you're very sluggish in this suit. You cannot run as fast as you would like. So you're finding that this EVA suit is like kind of more annoying than serving a purpose.
Okay.
And so with this roll, you're still about 50 yards away from the
Okay.
action. in that time, we're going to cut to our hat. He's cleared
Okay.
it. I'm going to have you roll engineering insight. And I'm just going to give it difficulty 1 because I think from you can kind of from this distance kind of put some things together.
I got a 1.
Oh, an
Nice.
actual one. Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an extra momentum for you. So what you can ascertain from this distance is that there probably is a way to shut these off on the ground, but this thing needs to be off in order for you to get anywhere near it.
Yeah. And I would also be looking to see is there anything that I can shoot at? I'm assuming no, that because I don't have enough information about the antenna.
It feels like you could shoot at it, but what that would do, you don't know. There's very little information on it. You have some information from what Sova collected, but again, it was very preliminary. You just kind of understand like the guts of it. You get like this is a machine that is drilling into the ground and it is like pumping like radiation into the ground and it's opening up caverns and cracks into the ground and it's doing something, but you don't know like what it's doing farther underneath the ground and how it's going to turn into like an atomic nuclear explosion. You don't know how that results.
Right.
Yikes.
Okay, so what do you want to do now? Because you still have time before we cut back to her.
Because we only have preliminary, I would debate on seeing if I could get any type of scans from this distance.
Okay.
If I get nothing for a scan, I'm going to run and try and meet back up with the captain.
Okay, yeah, roll a science control difficulty. I think 1.
Ooh, I got 2.
Oh,
Nice.
perfect. So that's another momentum.
Yeah, I got a 4 and a 12, and I needed 12.
Wow, look at that. So on the hand scanner, you can see through the radiation that these like degrees of yardage is true. Like what the IKS Qel'Thoq science officer told you, like is 100% true. Like it is the radiation and the heat is more and more extreme as you get closer
Mhm.
to the actual machine. But you can see that this thing is talking to the other machines. You can see on the scan that there is like a signal coming from it and they're communicating with each other. So again, you can't directly interact with this thing, so you have to find some other means.
Am I able to tell what kind of frequency it's on?
You can kind of see that it's on a network, but you don't know exactly how to hack it from the hand scanner.
Well, I was wondering if I could hack it or if I could just block it. Because if I know it's on like FM
Right,
97.9, if I
right.
transmit on that frequency, I can block what, close range
Yeah.
signal from farther away.
So, two bad things about that is you can either do spend 2 momentum and I'll give you more information, or you can roll science reason difficulty 2.
Mm.
You know what? I'll drop it down to difficulty 1 because you've been successful with the other two uh investigations.
I'll try going for difficulty 1 science reason. I rolled a 3, so I got 1.
One success. Okay, yeah. So the bad news is in order to interrupt the signal, you have to be a lot closer to the broadcast center. And
Hmm.
secondly, the hand scanner is not powerful enough to block the transmission.
Didn't think it was.
It's too much of an overwhelming system because you assume that if this machine has it, all of them have it, and so the broadcast frequency is quite loud.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you'll begin your hustle to meet up with Knightley.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so we cut back to you, Knightley. Let's have you roll con daring if you're
Oh
continuing to.
no.
You're continuing to run emotionally, right?
I mean,
And you haven't discarded your EVA suit, right?
I was thinking about doing that. What if yeah, let me take the EVA suit off since
Okay.
that was I think that makes sense.
Definitely cumbersome, but it's not, you don't have to.
I think if you're saying that she's tripping because this thing is like getting in her way and like I think the most like illogical, hot-headed thing to do would be to like just rip this thing off.
Okay.
So I feel like that's
So you take off the EVA suit, you pull it all off and just leave it there on the ground and just have you roll con daring difficulty 1.
nope. Both almost got a 20. I got a 19.
So you're running, and again, it's at this point you just like you're so like angry with the fact that you're falling and like that thing was in your way and you can't believe this is happening and like you're just hearing people yelling and shouting and you're seeing like disruptor fire and phaser fire. Like you're just stuff is happening and you're not in the
Probably
middle of it.
like PTSD too
Right.
from stuff,
So
yeah.
you make it to the line of like you make it to where people of Barolia, the colonists are. But at this point, our hat is like he's only a few yards behind you.
I love it.
So you see Knightley ahead. You can see beyond the line of colonists here who have taken hold here to fight Klingons. You can see that there are another groupings of people, and they're moving
Okay.
towards the villages and stuff. And one of the colonists who's like leaning up against it, not facing towards you, is like Harper.
Say, Jim, Jim, where are my parents? Have you seen my parents?
Yeah. Your parent, yeah. He says they're over on the other, they're like across the field here on the other end. What are you doing here? Like I don't understand. Is like the Drake here or something?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Listen,
Okay. So do you have any idea what those things are? Like they look quite terrifying. We don't understand even what's happening. These things like literally dropped out of the sky, and the next thing you know, all these Klingons were just like raiding us.
yeah,
We had barely any time to prepare.
the group of Klingons that are attacking you is led by a man named Gom'rok, who is
Okay.
out to out to kill. Don't go
Hmm.
near those things. Tell everybody not to go near those things.
Okay, sure. I mean, that makes sense.
Kill any Klingon you see. Have
You
no
don't
mercy.
you don't have to tell me that twice. I didn't think we'd be here again 30 years later. A shot grazes over like the makeshift barricade that they've made.
I would use constantly watching to try and figure out who the closest group of enemies are.
Okay. You're like approaching this barricade where Knightley is, and you see that she's out of the EVA suit and she's talking to this colonist man. You can see while you're kind of crouched down that there are a good decent grouping of Klingons also behind barricades shooting, but some of them you can see are starting to like kind of flank around to the side to kind of like perhaps pinch over here.
Okay, the group that is trying to come around, I would try and intercept them.
Okay, so you're gonna tilt and start to like aim your direction at these Klingons who are coming around the side. Jim says to you, Knightley, is there more than just you two coming?
We have a ship engaged with another ship over the planet. We're about all that can be spared right now.
Okay, okay. And he's taking shots over the barricade. All right, well, I mean, you're here to evacuate us, I assume, if you're not here to kill them all.
I'm
Whichever comes first.
Okay.
yeah, I would ideally I would like to do both.
Okay.
If we can take out the problem, you guys don't have to be evacuated.
I would like that. And he takes a couple more shots over the barricade. And so, as you're kind of looking out nightly, let's have you roll Command Insight, difficulty 1.
Okay, I got one success.
So, you see in this group of colonists who are moving away from the Klingons and towards inner parts of the colony, you see without a shadow of a doubt your parents, Ruth and Tobias,
Oh my God.
ushering people into the building. But they are out farther, and they're like gesturing for people to go into the buildings.
Into the bunker area?
Yeah, well, just buildings that like inside. They're just trying to get people who
Okay.
were outside stuck in this mess like to go farther in.
Okay.
But they are not close. They are not like close to things. They are out in the out in danger. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So I want to tell Arhat to come with me and we'll go to them.
Okay.
We
And
should probably take out the few Klingons that are trying to flank us and come around
yeah,
before we run over
whatever.
there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I just want to get over there and try to protect them while they get everybody to safety. Like watch their backs, basically.
And so as you're having this conversation, like a disruptor bolt just kind of like whizzes past like your shoulder.
Nice. Love it. It only makes me angrier.
Okay. Okay, so you, Mike, you're gonna attack these guys coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna start firing on the guys that are coming.
Okay. That'll be so there's two of them.
Okay.
That is control security. If you're shooting at them, control security.
I'm shooting at them.
Okay, difficulty
Shoot.
2 because they are crouched down in like bushes and stuff. Like they're kind of concealed. But you're constantly watching, so I guess it's difficulty 1.
I got a 3 and a 9. So I have two. I open fire on one of them.
Okay, so what is your security?
My security is 5.
Okay, let me roll that. Okay, so you immediately just you clip one of these Klingons and he immediately goes down. And now you can roll again for the secondary one because you have quick to action.
Yep. Got a 1.
Nice. Yep, and you shoot this one too, and he immediately goes down. No
Wow.
questions about it. You just pick them quick. They immediately drop. Yeah, so you don't see any more Klingons coming from that angle. You don't feel like the colonists here are going to get flanked. So you feel as like a tactical person like you have the freedom to move from this spot.
Okay.
And I would want to head toward the direction the captain really wants to go while trying to push her into safer locations of, hey, there's a barricade over here. Stand
Let's
behind the
go over
barricade
here.
for a second.
That sounds logical.
Let's do command. No, yeah, let's do you, Mike, roll command fitness, and yours, Adri, is going to be con fitness, difficulty 2.
I got one success.
I got 3 successes.
Wow.
So So what starts to happen is you are making like this kind of like direct beeline over it. Like you're just gonna come up over the barrier and just start running right towards them. And our hat just immediately like grabs you by the shoulder
Nope.
and like pushes you down and like back to your knees. And he's like, okay. And he just like he directs you on how to like properly make like more of a U shape instead of like straight line
Okay.
to your parents.
Okay. I'll look at him and I'll say thank you. Thank you. Ah.
So you, Knightley, are moving along, and you, Commander Arhat, you see the like the glare in your helmet glass, like a disruptor bolt whizzes past your head.
Jeez.
So as you are moving closer to Knightley's parents, you can hear them shouting to that they're trying to get people to safety. You can hear
Yeah.
that they're trying to get people to go inside. Like you can hear they're like, "Come on, come on." And so now you're coming up upon them.
Okay.
They're not really looking in your direction because you're coming from the place where they feel is like
Right.
safe. So you're coming up
Right.
from a different direction.
Right. Oh man. Oh, this is crazy. I don't want to like get us killed by like chatting and hugging and stuff. So I'll have our hat constantly watch while while tell them I'm here and like help is here.
Okay, so our hat roll me security insight, difficulty 1.
I got 2.
Okay, so one momentum back for you. So you can see off in the distance that there is like a marksman Klingon is out there. You kind of make you kind of make him and he kind of makes you kind of a thing.
Yeesh.
Hmm.
And you know that either you guys got to move inside or you need to take a long range shot at him.
I think I would shove kind of people. It's like get in and get down, and then I would poise myself to take the shot.
Okay. So we're gonna say that as he's making visual contact with this Klingon before he shouts that, what are you doing?
I would be like talking to my parents. I'm here, like help is help is here and
Okay.
yeah, yeah. We need to keep doing what you're doing, getting people to safety and then like
So yeah.
taking these guys in. Yeah.
So immediately when they hear your voice, they both whip their heads towards you, and
Yeah.
they both simultaneously say Scout and Harper at the same time, and they're like shocked to see you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then they're like, "What are you doing here? Like, what? What? I don't. How are you? Like, they're so confused that you're here right now."
I'll just tell them it's a long story. I'll catch you up when we're safe.
And then, like, as you say safe, you hear our hat say, like, get down. And he's like pushing you guys into like this kind
Okay.
of like, it must be some sort of like residence or something.
Okay. Yeah, and I would just kind of like grab my like try to protect them.
Yeah. So the four of you get put, go inside. Obviously, our hat is more to the outer edge of the entrance. And we'll have you, you're going to take a shot from here, Mike?
And I'm going to see if I can find a good window location or something like that.
So
Something
let's
that will
have,
give me the best vantage point without completely exposing me.
okay, so roll security insight difficulty 1.
Oh, that was really close. I got 1, and it was on 14, but it looked like it was just about to go to 20, and I'm like
Oh,
stuck up against the wall. It's on
Oh
14, but I'm like,
no,
that was really close.
that was very
I like
close.
it. So you find a window that you can get from, but you're kind of searching all the few windows that are facing that direction. You're kind of looking. So we'll give a
Mhm.
second here for Knightley. The Tobias, her dad's is like, I got to get back out there though. Like they're gonna kill everybody if we don't get out there and get them inside.
I'll say to him, "You can't help anybody if you're dead. Just let our hat do his thing.
Yeah, but
Trust me."
well, is like where's the rest of the Drake crew? Like you have your team taking everybody.
Boy, like I said, Dad, it's a long story and not quite, but we have help. Just bear with me.
All right, roll command presence difficulty 2.
Good. Better listen to me, Father. Command presence. Oh, good. I got one success.
Okay. So your dad kind of looks at you in your eyes, and he's like, I can't just sit in here and wait, he says.
I will stun you. if you get off of this ground. Just give our hat a second to get rid of this guy, and then we'll go back out there.
Okay, so here's our hat's chance. Okay, Mike, what are you gonna do? You found the right window. What would you like to do?
Because she said that, I would like to use my value. Life is worthless if you die.
Perfect. Okay, so it is security control. You have him in your sights, so you can see him. It would have been difficulty 3, but because of your thing, it'll be difficulty 2. So with your value, you have succeeded. So now you're just
Okay.
rolling for momentum.
I got one success off of that.
Excellent. So you take a shot at this Klingon, and all that you see from the scope is this green bolt, because you're using the Klingon rifle, right? Like this. Yeah.
Yes.
So you see this green bolt go, and then you just see like this purpley pink mist go like, pss, and then he's just not, that Klingon's not there anymore.
That's
Uh-huh.
yucky.
And so Tobias hears the gunshot go off, and he's gone from a knee on his knees to on his feet crouched, but he's not going towards the door.
Somebody doesn't want to get stunned today, do they? So I would yell to our hat, "Hey, are we good?"
At that point, when I saw the mist, I would look, pick up the gun, turn, walk, good to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So then I'll follow my dad outside and we'll just kind of keep watch.
So when you come to the doorway, the two of you with your mom and our hat behind you now, because everybody's kind of moving, you can see that the colonists are just not, they're not prepared for this kind of a thing.
No, of course
These
not,
are
even though
like
they should be.
extremely skilled Klingon warriors. They seem
Yeah,
more aggressive and more battle ready than the other Klingons you've seen on both Dagor's ship and Gowry's ship.
excellent.
They seem like these Klingons were made for this kind of thing. Tobias turns to you and he's like, "Listen, I know there's people on the other side of this engagement." He says they were out there harvesting the tangleberries. I know that they're out there. So I just got to get to those people, and then we'll leave. That's all that's got to happen.
We need to fight this.
We're doing the best we can. They're overrunning us.
The problem
Yeah,
is when you have farmers versus soldiers,
right, right.
the soldiers have a advantage. You need to meet soldiers with soldiers.
All right, so I would tell him then to lead the way, and we'll watch his
Our
back and
our hat or your dad.
Tobias, my dad.
So your dad is like, I'm going around the engagement. That's where I want to go.
Okay, we're gonna have to shoot our way in.
So
Yeah,
you're going.
he's trying to avoid all the fighting. He's trying to just get to the people.
Got yeah,
So to
yeah.
understand, so you're like in a doorway, and you're
Hmm.
looking like out like this, and to the right is a makeshift barricade, like built up barricades of random things and like pieces of wood. And behind this barricade are members of the colony, and they're in between modes of ducking and shooting over and ducking and shooting over and talking to each other and like shooting. On the
Okay.
left-hand side, there is like rocks and bushes and trees and things of that nature and little makeshift little pieces of things that the Klingons are hiding behind, and they're shooting at the barricade. But you can constantly see that a handful of Klingons once in a while will start to break away, and they come towards where you guys are, or they go towards where our hat originally shot the two, and they're constantly trying to circle around to pinch to come from. They're trying to flank them like constantly.
Right. Okay.
And so what your dad wants to do is bank really far left and circle all the way around and essentially come up behind the Klingons, because on the other behind the Klingons he says there were people,
Hmm.
settlers, doing work out there when the Klingons first landed.
Yeah, they're probably already dead.
But he
But
doesn't. He
right.
won't. He
I
doesn't
know. I know.
until he sees their dead bodies. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
Yep, I know.
Plus, there are people who might not have weapons who would just hide and wait.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they're out there hiding,
All right. So yeah, let's all head in that direction.
So you're gonna follow Tobias.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
All
would
of us.
follow him just because he knows the terrain better and any paths and shortcuts he would be able to tell us, as opposed to
Yeah.
me trying to fumble my way to the best location.
Okay. So Tobias just starts going. You're right behind him, and he's making, like I said, he's making like a long wraparound to get away from the fire as much as possible. So you're all hustling. Let's have you each roll con control difficulty 1.
Hey, I got 2 successes this time.
I got 2 successes.
Excellent. So that's okay. So
Excellent.
that's two extra momentum if you guys can use it.
We can only bank one.
Okay.
Okay. So
Can we
uh
use the one we can't bank to just move a little bit faster?
yeah. So what happened was in the rolls on my end is her mom Ruth kind of stumbled and took a knee for a minute.
Mm.
Ah,
So you can spend that momentum and the one you just banked to get her up off her feet and like just keep moving and like nothing really happened.
okay.
Sounds good.
We can use those two to keep. We have 5 momentum, so
Cool. Okay, so when you come around when all four of you come around, you can see a couple colonists are held up. They're just like in like ditches. They're like in irrigation ditches. They're just laying down in the ground. You can see that they're alive because they're like moving their heads every so often, but
Good. Okay.
they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But then what you see farther in a residence building, you can see Mrs. Crofton. Behind her house, very close to her house, is a javelin, like this machine is out there. And you can just see that she's like frantically not knowing what to do because she doesn't want to come outside. But also like she can't she can't stay there because like the javelin is this machine is like near her house and you can see like her
Okay.
house is like starting to have like effects
Okay.
from being so close to this machine.
All right. So I would let my dad know that I see this and be like, we need to go to her.
He says, okay. So the two of you go over there. What are you doing, Arhat?
I would be contacting the Klingon ships. Just let them know anybody who comes down, be warned, they may be fired upon by the colonists.
Okay. And you hear Vakthar say over the comms, Gowry's second in command. He says, "Are you requesting reinforcements on the ground?"
We don't need reinforcements, but if you want to send any, just be warned that the colonists don't like Klingons.
Okay. We are weakening Gom'rok's vessel. We are weakening his shields. We are soon to board. If you feel that you can take control of what is happening down on the planet, we may be able to end it up here in space.
Overall, we're doing okay, but we may need a little bit of help after you disable the ship.
Understood, Commander. Okay, so you and your dad get to her thing and you see Mrs. Crofton and she's doing this kind of sad thing where like she's just like making like tangleberry tea,
Oh,
but
no.
she's crying.
Oh.
And let's have you roll Command Insight difficulty 1.
1.
So, from your training in Starfleet and knowing Mrs. Crofton and just common sense, she is having a complete nervous breakdown and
Hmm.
she is seems to be just going through daily routines, but also like not doing that. Like she's
Yeah.
also just like she can't process what's happening.
Yeah. Makes sense. So I would just walk up to her and try to like hold her, like grab her shoulders and look her in the eye
So as you approach, she's like, "Oh, Harper, you're here for afternoon tea."
Yeah, I am. Good to see you.
Wow. Wow, and you're visiting us from your ship, I see, with your uniform.
Yes. Come with us. Come have tea at our house.
And as you're talking to her, you can see that like the rear wall, like where her back like patio is like warping.
Yeah. Okay. So I would kind of grab her arm gently and
Yeah.
just be like, "Come with us. Come to our house."
Oh, but I have everything here. I just got fresh tangleberries this morning.
Oh, so did I. I have a special new blend I want to show you. Come on, come with me. And
Oh,
then
okay.
I'll kind of look at Tobias and have him kind of like grab a hold of her too, and we'll kind of like pull her along a little bit.
Okay, he's like, yeah, yeah. It's a really good blend. You're gonna love it, Mrs. Crofton. So the two of you are progressing towards like the outer part of like outside, and she's like, "Oh, but I can't leave without my coat. It's chilly out there today."
We'll say, "Oh, we have the fire going in our house. Just
Mm,
come on." And we
okay.
we just don't let go of her.
Okay. So you get to the doorway. You are can see from the doorway that Knightley and her dad clearly have like really uncomfortable faces on. Like you can tell that they are like distressed. But the woman
Hmm.
in the middle of them, it almost seems like she's like nothing is happening. Like
Obliviously happy.
exactly.
That's what we like.
You guys bring her out. Tobias turns to you, Knightley, and he says, "Can you help her get to that house? I got to get to the people down here in the ditches."
Yeah, I'll get her home.
And so as you say that, you see Ruth, your mom, like going towards them as well, the people in the ditches.
Okay. All right. And I just hope to God that they're gonna be okay while I get this old lady in the safe house.
So you start to go, you're like, you're moving. You can see that Ruth and Tobias are helping up the few other people that were down, and they seem relatively okay. They seem a little shook up, maybe a slightly injured, but nothing really dramatic. And so you are at roll me a security insight difficulty 0.
I got a 4 and an 8. So I
Okay,
have two
so
successes.
two successes. That's two momentum for you.
I can only bank one.
Okay, so what I'll do for you is this is going to be a new scene, so you can just bank those two and have 6 if you want.
Okay.
In this new scene, what you see is that a good grouping of Klingons are working their way around and now coming down like the field towards you both, towards the ones that Ruth and Tobias have rescued and yourself.
Okay. How far is the safe house?
It's like another kind of like 2-minute jog.
Ugh.
You don't see this nightly. Your back is to
Oh,
this
okay.
this thing happening.
I see. Okay. Okay.
So it's just up to you, Arhat.
They're going for the people in the ditch, and I see people coming.
The view of this is her parents are like shouldering a couple people and like holding on to a couple people, and they're facing you. They're facing towards the direction of where Knightley and Mrs. Crofton went. You're facing them, and behind them at their backs, you can see a good number of Klingons coming, maybe 5 plus.
I would run around them and say, take cover,
Okay.
and I would poise myself to attack.
Okay.
Am I able to use quick to attack in this situation? Because I know I
It's
used it.
it's a new battle sequence, so you can.
Okay. I'm going to use quick to attack. The problem is it's basically me on 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would try and find the best location to hide behind. If I can find a rock or something, that'd be good.
Okay, sure. So we'll give you that one protection. Yep, go ahead. So it's control security difficulty 2.
I got a 1. 1 success.
So you take shot and you at a Klingon and it whizzes right past him. You don't hit him. You can now roll again to shoot at another Klingon.
Okay, try again. I rolled a 1 and a 15.
Perfect.
I got 3.
3 successes. So that's a momentum for you. And so
Problem is I can't bank any momentum.
that's okay. So yeah, you shoot a Klingon and again he goes right down. And the second the Klingon goes down, the first shot like startled them, and the second shot brought one of them down. And so now they're on full alert and they're taking positions to also take cover. So Ruth and 3 other colonists move past you, Arhat, and they're moving towards where Knightley and Mrs. Crofton went. When you started to open fire, Tobias, her dad, and 2 other colonists got down. They got down onto the ground. So now we get to do lots of rolling because the Klingons are shooting at you.
Yes.
So first Klingon, a bolt goes past you and it misses you. Another one shoots and goes past you. Okay. So you can basically either take the shot and get injured or avoid injury by taking stress, which will be 2 stress.
I will take 2 stress.
Okay, so as you're kind of like dodging these first 2 shots, you kind of look up to see if there's more, and it just it grazes right by you. So you will take 2 stress. Okay, there's that one. Okay, the next one misses you. Next shot misses you. And the next shot misses you. So you get pretty heavily attacked, but
Yeah, I'm under fire.
you're under fire pretty good, but nothing that you can't handle.
Yep, so it's now me on 4.
It's you on 5.
So
So
I took one of them out.
you did take one of them out, but now you can clearly see that there were
Oh.
6. There were 6 of them. So Tobias, he looks to you and he kind of like looks like, can I go or should I stay down?
Honestly, I would tell him to like stay down because
Okay.
there's.
Okay, no, that's fine. You give him the motions to stay down. He says, okay.
Well, I would do this.
Yeah,
Stay
okay.
down.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
So unless he's going
Baseball
to start
signs.
firing, there's 6 guys in front of us.
Okay, yeah, he'll totally join in with you. Okay, go ahead, Mike. You have it.
I rolled 2 9s.
Excellent.
So I got 2 successes.
So you hit a Klingon and he goes, but he doesn't go all the way down. He just kind of like staggers.
Okay.
Okay, now Tobias is gonna roll, and he shoots a blast that just goes whizzing past the Klingon.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
A lot of help. A lot of help. Yes.
Here comes all the attacks. Miss. 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 Miss.
Wow.
Miss.
Wow.
I think that was 5. Was that 5?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Mike, it's back to you.
If you had gone over, I'd be like, nope.
True. Good point. Yes.
I got 2 successes.
Excellent.
6 and 11.
Ooh, so I rolled a 20 on that.
Ooh, good.
Uh-oh.
So what happens is we're gonna do this really fun thing. So the one that was already kind of like he kind of staggered, but he seemed like he because he still shot back, so he's not injured. So you shoot that one again, and we're just gonna say that you shoot that one, and you shoot the one behind him,
Oh.
and they both go down. Let's put it.
Okay.
We'll put it to you that way without getting too graphic. That
Yeah, this
you
is a
got
family
two
channel.
for one. We'll just say.
But
All right, now Tobias is gonna shoot it. Right.
Come
Yes.
on, Paw.
Ooh, three successes from Tobias.
Heck yeah.
So Tobias shoots. He hits a Klingon, but the Klingon, he just kind of staggers and he shoots right back, but he misses everybody. Here come the Klingons.
Here
Ooh,
come the Klingons.
that's one shot. All right, Mike, do you want to suffer two stress or do you want to take an injury?
I will take 2 more stress.
Okay.
Because I'd prefer not to be injured and be taken out of the fight.
Okay. Ooh, nice. He rolled a 20.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So the second shot misses you. The first shot, again, it is like just glancing. Like you can almost feel the like singe on the EVA suit as it goes by. And then the third one, his like you can see that like his rifle, he's like fully jammed. Like he didn't shoot at all. Like he is fiddling with his rifle. And it's back to you.
I got 2 successes. I rolled a 2
Perfect.
and a 12.
So yet again, you do this, and the one that was injured by Tobias, he succumbs to his injuries, and you get this you get this one that you were shooting at. So now it's just one Klingon left, and Tobias
Okay.
is now going to roll and shoot at him.
As I say, come on, Tobias. Give us a good roll.
Yeah.
He misses.
Uh,
All right, now it's up to the Klingon.
he is but a humble farmer.
The Klingon misses. It's back to you, Mike.
Good. A 2 and a 13. Two
Well.
successes.
Wow.
So you shoot at this Klingon, and yeah, that's it. He goes down.
Wow. That was
So you nightly roll security insight difficulty 1.
nada.
Yeah, so you get Mrs. Crofton inside the building, and your mom and a couple other colonists come inside. But it doesn't really phase you that Arhat and your dad are not with them.
Okay.
You don't really, you just think they're just farther behind. You don't think that they got caught up in something.
Okay. That sucks.
Okay, so Tobias gets up and a couple other colonists, and he's like, okay, let's go, let's go. And he's like trying to get them to go. As they're rounding, this imposing looking Klingon comes through the brush,
Oh no.
and he looks right at the three of them and you, and he says, I have seen you from a distance, Andorian. And you see him throw his like rifle to the ground.
That's what I was honestly thinking. If he's close enough, I'm dropping my rifle and pulling out my blade.
He's relatively close. He's not incredibly close, but he's relatively close.
But if he's challenging me like that, I would follow suit. I'd set the rifle down and I'd pull out my blade.
Okay, yeah, you see him pull out this like dual pronged sword. And he says, Ah, you are worthy of battle, Andorian. I will enjoy getting your blood on my blade. And Tobias and the other colonists kind of look at you. And what do you do when they look at you?
Let me handle this. Take off.
And they just keep going.
So it's just 1-on-1.
1-on-1. So he takes a swing at you. He got 2 successes. So now it's your turn
Okay.
to roll daring security and see how many successes you get.
During security. And I would like to use my Starcross medal.
Okay, yep.
I have a 10 and a 16. I needed 15. So because of the Starcross medal, I have 2 successes.
Okay, so he's the attacker, so he beats the tie, and he would inflict 3 stress to you.
Okay. That puts me up into a dangerous stress range.
Yeah, I think now you're at 7 out of 9.
I'm at 7. and my stress level maximum is 9 before I'm injured.
Oh, yikes.
Okay, so you gonna take a swing at him or
We would clash, I would step back, and then I'd go for him.
okay, let's do it.
Go for the jugular.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
4 successes.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Oh, he only
Because of my
has
focus, I rolled a 2 and a 4. That gives me 4 successes.
Nice.
he had 3 successes, so you beat him completely.
Wow, thank God.
Okay. He takes the full brunt of that. He takes another swing at you. Okay. So 3 successes.
I gotta try and beat his 3.
You gotta eat his
Man. How
I'm
did we
going
get
to
there again?
I'm going to use a momentum to buy a
Yes,
dice.
please do.
That'll give me much better odds. I'm
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
debating on using another 2 momentum just to buy a 4th dice.
It may be worth it
It might.
if you don't get at least you got to get 4 successes, and if you don't,
Yes.
you're gonna take an injury.
We're down to 3 momentum, but I'm rolling 4 dice.
Yeah. Well, the good news is you should have gotten 1 momentum back because his was a his
Oh
was a
yes. So
3 successes and you got a 4, so you would have an extra momentum.
right. And I have 1 success on every single dice. So I have 4
Perfect.
successes.
Perfect. Wow, perfect. Nothing within your focus?
No.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
between 7 and 14.
So he swings, and you catch it. You hook him with the Ushan. You guys are going. Sparks are flying. Okay, we're gonna let that battle linger for a moment. We're gonna cut to Knightley. What would you like to do?
I would just like tell the people that are like tell my mom to make sure that that lady doesn't like leave. I would just explain that like she's shell shocked and like she can't go back home. Her home is like burning.
Yeah. Okay. Um. So other than us hiding inside the building, like, do you think we should just hold up and keep fighting, or do you have like, is there a plan to like get us out of here, or like?
My ship that I came with is destroying Gom'rok's vessel as we speak. And once that's done, the rest of the crew will come down and help us get rid of the Klingons. And I'd like to figure out how to get the javelins turned off so that we don't have to evacuate you. But if we have to, we will.
He says, "Oh, you think we can get these machines that you're talking about turned off?"
I think I think it's possible.
Okay, okay. I think when we were out farther by the river, I think I saw some Klingons doing something out that way. So
Oh,
maybe there's something there.
well, that's good to know. So since we're safe in this building for the moment,
Hmm.
I feel like it's probably a good time to explain to my mother what's going on.
Okay.
But I would like to wait till my father is back so that I can just say it once, you
So
know?
as you kind of are like debating whether or not to like tell her, and you kind of start to tell her some stuff, your dad comes in with like 3 other colonists.
And okay, and I'll ask him, where's our hat?
He stayed back to make sure we could get here. He's fighting more Klingons. I got to get back out there to help him.
Me too. Yikes. Yeah, maybe now isn't a good time. There's never a good time. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, just say I would just tell mom to like stay here, get more, if there's more people around, get them in here, just
Do
keep
you,
everybody calm and safe.
and your mom says, I mean, should we go towards I mean, what about the thing that they talked about with the Klingons though? Like, what do we do? Do we just rescue our hat and then try to do that, or
Are there injured people in here?
most of the people in here are just kind of like scuffed up. Like they have scrapes and scratches on them and like bruising and stuff, but like
Okay.
nobody has like broken arms or like
Okay.
they're not
So they
actively like
don't need
bleeding from their
like
head or anything. No.
okay. All right. But there will be people likely that are injured, huh?
You really didn't do an assessment of the barricade, so you don't know how many people. Like, and
Okay.
also you've been away from it for a minute, so you don't know how many people are not there anymore,
Okay.
like holding that line.
Okay. Um, I think I would tell her like, should you get your medical area ready for any injuries?
We probably should. Are you going to watch your father? You know he's going back out there.
Yes, I'm going with Dad.
Okay. All right. I'll set up a triage here in this house.
Good.
And then if I can get back to the medical area, I'll do so, but I won't do so until either you or your dad or what did you say his name was?
Our hat, Commander Our hat.
Commander Arhat. Unless one of the three of you tell us, I won't. I won't move from the spot.
Good. Thank you, Mom. Okay, now I run out the door.
Are you really like emotional to go after Arhat?
No, I'm more calm because I feel like my mother is
Okay.
safe and I feel
Mike
like
knew
my
what I
dad's a good fighter
Mike
and
knew what I was doing.
I
Yep.
see. I'm not tripping,
Okay, Mike, so now you're
you
on the
you pig.
you're on the last thing. So let's see.
Yeah, it's my turn to attack, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
I'm buying one. I'm using one momentum to buy a dice, so I can roll
Okay.
three.
Ooh, it is. He has a complication and
Yes.
a difficulty one. So
Oh, I got
so
three successes.
okay. So you do this kind of quick step to the side and you sweep his legs and bring him down. You can tell that you have him in a good position and he's got like the wind knocked out of him and it's back to you. I forgot he had a complication.
I'm going to try and finish this fight.
Finish him.
I'm just going to roll two dice, and I got three successes.
Perfect. And then I'll roll his. All right, he had three successes too, but you're the attacker. So you you finish him, Mike. He's yours to how you want this to end.
I'm thinking about just slamming him in the chest with my blade, and whatever happens, happens.
Okay, yeah. So you bring down the more pointier angled part of the Ushan, and you
Yep.
successfully terminate this Klingon.
My thinking is he's a warrior race.
He'll be
If it was
happy.
against humans, I would probably hold back, but because he's a warrior, I
Yeah.
can't hold back.
Yeah, absolutely. And you knew, and you also know that he was just going to do the same to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so as you're kind of like standing there, you hear a couple footsteps approaching you, and it's her dad and the captain. You can spend two momentum to remove one stress, or you can basically go maybe into Mrs. Crofton's house right there and get like something to drink, like take some of the tea or something. But
Mhm.
you're gonna have to like stay here for a few minutes to recover for stress.
Yes.
Yes, he
I,
needs to rest.
yeah. With how much stress I have and how tired I would be after that, I would pick
Yes.
up my gun. I'd be leaning on it,
Okay.
and I would say, I just need a minute to recoup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Um,
so do you want to altogether recover five stress by spending two momentum, or just four by taking a breather?
Recover four by taking a breather.
Okay. Okay. So you make your way to like the very like safe edges of Mrs. Crofton's house because as you approach it, you can see that like it's probably not a great idea to stay in here for a long period of time because her house
Right.
is like warping and distressing from heat. And we're gonna hold you there. You can knock down your 4. I think you were at 7, so now you're at 3. But
Yes.
you're gonna be here for a couple minutes.
Yep.
Now he's in a safe-ish spot there, Knightley. What do you want to do?
I want to tell my dad that mom talked to me about the thing down by the water and see if we can head that way.
He says, "Oh, that's what she was talking about." Okay. I just so much was going on, I didn't really understand what she was saying. Okay, got it.
So we need to go check that out and see if we can get these javelins shut off.
Okay, okay. You follow me. I know where your mom was talking about. I'll show you.
Okay.
So you guys go down and you come to like this kind of like top of a hill where you can look down, and there's just like 2 Klingons, and they're standing at this like unit. It looks like almost like a command or like a system control.
Okay. Interesting. So I would look at my father and tell him to take the one on the left, and I'll take the one on the right.
Okay. How are we taking him? He says.
By gun.
By gun. All right. Who do you want to shoot first? You or your dad?
Let me go first.
You are going to roll security control, difficulty 2.
Ooh, that's the best roll I've made all night.
Okay.
So I rolled a 4, which is my security number,
Okay. You
and
have a
I have a delta.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. Do you have like weapon? Do you have anything to deal with like shooting, aiming, war, tactics, strategy, like anything like that?
No.
Okay, so it's just 3 successes.
Okay. But I'm not mad about that.
Okay, and then your dad shoots. Yep, he gets 2 successes.
Very good.
So you both take him out really quick. And now I assume you move towards this thing. Okay,
Yes.
so you get to it. It's heavily in Klingon. There are things on it. It seems of interesting, but you don't have any idea what it says.
Okay. Can I contact Gomri's vessel?
Oh yeah, sure. Yep. Go ahead.
I want to see if they can help me decode it.
Sure. So you get on the thing, and it's the second officer again, or first officer, and he says, "Captain,
Say, hey, I think I found a way to shut these javelins off. I can't read it. It's in Klingon. Can you help me?
take a scan of it and send it to the Qel'Thoq, and we can translate it for you."
Thank you.
All
So
right.
that's what I do.
Yep. So roll science control.
Okay, I have one success.
Okay, yep. So you scan it completely and you send it to the Qel'Thoq, and then we'll have them look at it. Okay,
Awesome.
so they take a look at it. So he comes back and he says, "Captain, this is like an in-between command center. What it is displaying is that these machines are nearing detonation, but I can tell from what it is communicating that there is a farther site, like away from this command post."
Okay. Is there any way you can scan the area to see if we'll be dealing with a lot of Klingons over there?
Yes, I can. As you're like talking to him, you can hear like Klingons shouting in the background and like things like sparking and stuff. You can tell that they're engaging in combat up in space.
Yeah.
And he says, "We're not able to get clear scan, but we can tell that it is a large outpost. We think that the Kokur's radiation is messing with our senses being so close to the vessel."
Or most likely. All right. So that seems like something we need to do as a bigger team then, doesn't it?
"We are
All right.
almost ready to board his vessel. His shields are almost broken. Soon we will be aboard his vessel and we will take it."
Good work. And then I just hang up.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
And so Tobias says, I have no idea how to storm and Klingon outpost, but I mean, if this is the only way for us to be saved, like, count me in.
All right. So, yeah, either we shut this off in a few minutes or we all die anyway. So I would tell my dad, let's go get our hat and see what we can do. Head over there. And let's take these bigger guns the Klingons dropped.
Okay.
When Knightley finally gets up to me, I would be listening for the fighting. Because my thinking is if the fighting is still going on, that means it isn't imminent to explosion. I know it's close, but it's not imminent. If the fighting stops, that's when things will get eerie because either all the Klingons are
Mm.
dead or they retreated to a safe location and it's about to explode.
Ooh, that's a good point.
So you, Knightley, can either roll security insight difficulty 2 or command reason difficulty 2.
All right, I'll do command and reason.
Okay.
And I got 2 successes.
So you hear Arhat say that, and you recall from Aurola's Prime, and obviously your interactions with the Klingons, that while his reasoning is sound and that is a traditional way of thinking, you also know from your firsthand experience on Aurola's Prime that the Klingons may literally fight to the death.
I was kind of thinking that, but yeah, like I literally watched them die last time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we might not really have a nice warning.
So do you communicate that to Arhat?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to do now that the three of you are standing inside Mrs. Crofton's melting house?
Poor lady. Let's head to the place.
Uh, the first thing I would ask her father is there anyone else around who would be able to help, or is it just the three of us?
I mean, I can go back to the line and see who else I can get, but I honestly don't
No,
really
if
want to
they're
pull.
fighting, they're holding the line.
Right,
It's
you're right.
best to leave them alone.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if there's anything else that you knew.
I mean, we have some more weapons in the armory, but
Do you have any
I,
grenades?
yeah, I think so.
Let's go get the grenades
Okay.
and let's blow them up.
Okay.
Yeah, no, let's go get the grenades.
Okay. So you guys hustle over to the armory. It's not really that far. So you get there and you can see it. It's relatively picked over pretty good. Like you can tell that the colonists took a good helping of a lot of different things. Like med packs are gone and a lot of the weapons that you can see were in like cases and laid out or missing. But you can see
Okay.
that there are a couple photon grenades. And it kind of looks like maybe even Klingon grenades, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. You haven't really seen anything like this, but they all seem there seems to be a smattering of them throughout the armory here.
Okay. Well, let's take what we can carry.
Okay, so let's have each of you roll a d6.
I got a Delta.
Okay, so you find
I'm
a
rolling my ridiculously large dice.
ooh,
Nice.
5.
Nice.
5. Okay, so you both of you find of like a satchel that's full of probably like 6 grenades
Good.
Okay.
That's
that you
good.
can just kind of like put over your neck and just like you just have them. Your father doesn't he doesn't pick up any grenade. Do you want to direct him to pick up a grenade?
Nah, 12 is enough. I just want to make sure he has a good gun.
He has a phase rifle.
Well, like I said, let's go pick up one of those dropped weapons from the Klingons that our had
Okay,
destroyed.
so we could say that that happened
Okay.
when you went over to the armory. It's not really like
Okay.
a big ask. There was a whole bunch of
Alrighty.
down Klingons right there. So
Okay, sounds good.
okay, so yeah, so you are now beginning to the site.
Yes.
The Qel'Thoq has transmitted to your hand scanner the location of the outpost.
Okay.
Have you guys lose a momentum for changing scenes.
Okay. We're
And
down to
so,
2.
okay. So now you guys get to like, you can see it in the distance. It's a not hastily made, but it is not like a full outpost. Obviously, it's something that they've built over the last couple hours here. and you can tell that this is like a facility. Like they are operating here. You can't make out full, you're too far away, you can't make out numbers of Klingons, but you can see a lot of them milling about.
Are we able
Okay.
to use our scanner to get a general idea? It may not be a perfect one, but
You'd have to get just a little bit closer, but yeah, you could scan.
All right, so let's see what our scans will bring up and try to get a good vantage point, like up the higher ground, you know?
Okay, so we'll just say you guys move ahead, and let's have who wants to roll science control difficulty one.
I have a 12.
I have a 15.
Okay.
So I got two successes on that one.
Okay, so you get a momentum
Nice.
back.
Okay.
So on your hand scanner, you can see that this is a full outpost and that there are between like 20 to 30 Klingons here.
Okay.
And you can
Wow.
also see on the outpost that this is the network. Like the signal is the strongest here. The thing that Arhat had
Okay.
found on his hand scanner it is broadcast the strongest at this location. It's even
Yeah.
stronger than the drilling machines, the javelins.
Okay. So here's the thing that I'm thinking. If we, right now we have 10 plans per person about, and also if we throw the grenades and they blow up the reactors or whatever, like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that gonna like disable it or is that gonna,
Well, there's no like in danger.
right, but it's like the control panels.
You don't.
The problem is if should we blow up the control panel, we won't be able to input any information in order to shut anything down.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we accidentally blow it up, is that going to stop it from happening or is that going to trigger the event to happen? We don't know that, do we?
Nope.
Don't know.
So it would be best to try and not to blow them up.
It would be
Yeah,
best.
only blow up the Klingons. Don't blow up the
Yeah.
control
So
panels.
we might need to kind of draw them out away from the controls, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Depending on how many are out and about, will determine how close we can get to the building.
Yeah.
Because the more that are out, the more eyes that can see us.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is tactically, like, I'd like to create a distraction of sorts and draw a group, you know, several of them to one area. So that way when we throw the grenade, it's actually effective. Like it's getting rid of several at a time rather than just injuring like one or two.
Yeah. I would prefer to set up a trap, but I don't know if I can get close enough to set up a trap.
Yeah,
The problem is if they're milling about, there's not a whole lot of time or
right. So what does it look like, Will? Are they all scattered like ants, like just everywhere, or are they in kind of in pockets of groups or
So what you can see by eyesight and from the scanner that like 12 or so of them, like 10 plus of them are kind of around these like key machines that are broadcasting the loudest. There are a couple on the outskirts which seem to be like security, like they're guards for this facility. And then there
okay.
are the remaining ones are kind of like walking between other councils and like moving things from. You can tell that like they pick things up and like move things over and then like set them. Like they're doing like a grunt work.
Okay. Is there a possibility that Arhat and I can sneak up behind some and use our his knife and my batleth to kind of like stealthily take out a few of like maybe the security guys, like the armed guys.
You would have to come at a really strange angle to
Okay.
surprise them, but you can
Okay.
try.
Well, I'd rather not take any risks. What do you think about this, Arhat? What if you and I try to stealth kill some. And then, like, if it goes south, my dad up here on the hill will start chucking grenades, and then we'll already be there, and we'll just start attacking.
So I give him a couple grenades, and if we can't take out the Klingons, we make a retreat.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, so
No,
I think we should just head on in there and try to be quiet about it at first, and then just see
Okay.
see how far we can go being quiet, and then
just so I know about the grenades, is it an energy pulse that it gives off, or is it a physical like fragment that it gives off?
So the answer will be, depending on what you grabbed, it can either be pulse grenades, which are just like stun grenades by Starfleet issue, or they could be Klingon grenades, which are deadly. If you want them to specifically be the Klingon grenades, then you'll give me threat.
mm,
Yeah,
okay,
'cause my
well,
thinking was I personally would grab a handful of like three of this one and three of that one
Okay.
yeah.
if I
Then
have
I will
six.
then I will have some threat for that. And yeah, so by looking in your bag, you have a mix of stun grenades and lethal grenades.
Yeah, I was just wondering, are the lethal energy based or are they
Yes. Yep,
okay?
they're energy based. Yep.
Because if I throw a fragment grenade and bits and pieces of metal fly everywhere,
Right.
it will very likely damage everything around it.
Yep, they are energy based, but you're still pretty confident that these things will do some pretty hefty damage. They're
Okay.
Klingon
Yeah,
grenades. The pulse ones, they'll hurt people, but it's debatable if they'll really hurt structure.
right.
Okay.
My thinking was is if they're near console, I would consider using the Starfleet grenade. If they're not near anything that I worry about, I could
Yeah.
use either.
Okay. So what do you guys want to first do here?
So I would give my dad like three of my grenades and three of our hats.
Okay. So what kind of grenades would you have handed him, Knightley?
Oh, I don't know, just whatever. I'll just reach in and grab whatever.
But I'm saying, do you want Klingon grenades in your satchel?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what would have been the ratio that you grabbed?
I don't
Because
know that I would have.
I grabbed three and three.
Yeah, see, I don't think I really paid attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say,
Roll a dice, and
yeah,
whatever the
yeah,
six-sided dice says,
two.
the first
Okay.
one you roll it once, that number goes for one of them.
Okay, I
So,
got a delta.
okay. So what we'll do is you have one Klingon grenade, but it won't cost any threat because you rolled a delta.
Okay.
So you hand him over. Are you handing him over a Klingon grenade?
Yes.
Okay. So he turns to you, Arhat, and he says, with this Klingon grenade, like I don't know how many more I need. I think this would be pretty good. Maybe take one more, he says, but I don't know. It's up to you.
I would ask him if he wants the Starfleet regular grenade.
If you're gonna have me throw into the outpost, I think I'll take the Starfleet ones.
Okay.
So he'll just
I
take
hand him.
one from you.
Yeah, I hand him
Okay.
over one, so I have two Starfleet and three Klingon grenades
Okay,
in my satchel.
perfect.
Because he doesn't have a satchel, and I'm thinking him trying to carry six grenades would be very cumbersome.
Yeah, fair enough.
So he takes them. What do you guys want to do now?
Well,
I would look and see if there's a single Klingon far enough out where we could take him out without a whole lot of hassle.
All right, roll security insight difficulty 0.
I got 2 successes.
All right, that's 2 momentum. So you can see that there is a Klingon who he's not incredibly far away from the outpost, but if you were very quick and it was pretty much in one swift motion, you probably could take him out without any of the other Klingons noticing.
Okay.
So you're going to sneak up on him?
Yeah, we're gonna try and sneak up on him.
Are you both doing it or just one of you?
Just one. I feel like Arpad's better at that kind of stuff. And the more people you have sneaking, the less sneaky you are.
So I will let it be con control difficulty 1, and that's with a minus to your constantly watching.
I have 2 successes.
Okay, so you get 1 momentum back. You sneak up to the Klingon. He does not know you're there. You're like down in this like tall grass kind of bushy area where he is. Either you could shoot him or you could take like a step and a shuffle and you could grab him. That's kind of where you're at. So
And my thinking is take a couple quick steps up behind him and try and take him quickly. I would use quick to action.
okay. All right, so let's roll. This is going to be security daring. I'll say it's 2 difficulty 2 because he's a Klingon and he likes combat. So
I got 1.
1 success.
No, it's literally I
Oh,
rolled a 1.
well, you rolled a 1, so 2 successes. Okay.
Yes.
So you pop out of this like the brush and the tall grass around him, and in just one motion, you come up behind him and you bring him to the ground. What?
Wow.
How would you? What's your goal here? Like, what do you want? You have him in your control. Like, what are you?
The problem is that with him, I don't think there's any point in trying to interrogate him because he's not going to tell me anything.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about knocking, just knock him out because he could prove useful, but at the same time, not in this situation.
Okay. So you grab him and you take the butt of your gun to hit him in the back of the head, and he gets knocked out. 1 Klingon down.
Noise.
What's the next maneuver?
I would check and see if any of the other Klingons noticed what we did.
Nope. Nobody saw anything. Nope.
If not,
They seem to be just milling about like they were, like nothing had happened.
yeah. One thing I would do is I'd check to see if there's anything on him of use, like
He has
information or anything. I highly doubt it, but
he has
I would
some
check.
bladed weapons on him. He has, his weapon, but nothing really stands out.
All right. Is there any more in the area that we can stealth attack?
He was kind of the only one that was relatively easy to get to. The other ones you could approach, but the likelihood of you being seen is pretty high.
Well, do we create a little distraction and like what I said before, have some sort of way of drawing them to a certain area and then start grenading?
Are these delayed or are these trigger grenades
They're both.
from
They're both.
Starfleet?
You can either set them on a timer or you can have them instantly go off upon impact.
I would take 2 of them. I would set a delay timer
Okay.
for the same time. I'm thinking like a minute or 2.
Okay.
That way I can throw them into an area that I want and then see if I can lure a couple Klingons into that area when they go
Okay.
off.
Got it. Okay,
Right.
cool. All right, well, let's have you do fitness, security, difficulty 1.
Okay. I got 2 successes.
Okay, so that's 1 momentum. So you time them, you appropriately set them to a minute or so.
This
And
this wouldn't fall under computer security protocol, would it?
uh
That is the
I
only focus I have that has a chance.
I would say if this was you trying to do the remote on them, like make them remote grenades, I would say yes, but no,
Right.
not on this go.
Okay.
So you
Didn't
set
think
them,
so.
you whip them. What do you? They land where pretty good and approximate of where you wanted them to be.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I would have put them kind of between me and the complex
Okay,
so that if they run out, they're going to kind of run out toward me.
okay, yeah, like the most main area. I understand.
Yeah. And I would look to see if there's a Klingon. Like, is there a security Klingon who's standing in a good location that I can take out and try and draw them into the area?
So you basically have a Klingon on the opposite side of where you just took this one out, but he's just like the ground terrain just doesn't make for good approach, like stealth approach. It would be
Right.
harder for you to get to him, but he is like in the opposite. He's like if this is the main opening here, and you took out this Klingon here, the other Klingon is here too. He's just on the opposite side of the opening.
Well, I was thinking if I could get a good beat on him from where I am, I'd
Okay.
be able to shoot at him,
Okay.
and the sound of the gun going off would probably draw some of them out and hopefully get them in the area.
True.
Okay. So let's have you roll security control on for this Klingon. Difficulty two.
I got three successes. Yeah, three successes.
Okay.
Dang.
So that's another momentum if you got room for it.
Nope, I don't have room for it. We have six momentum. I rolled a one and a six.
Yeah, so you hit him. Boom, he goes down. And you immediately hear like shouting and like yelling from inside the outpost. And you see several of them come to like the main area where you assumed they were going to. They don't quite go all the way out. They're kind of still more on the inside, and you can see
Right.
them like with their guns like aiming out, and you can see that they're like you can hear them like talking to each other,
Yep.
but they don't. They're not. I mean, they're close to the grenade, but they're not like in the perfect spot.
Right.
They're definitely scanning the area for you guys. So let's have you Knightley roll command presence, difficulty one.
One.
Okay. Yep. So both you and your dad stay hidden in the grass, in like the brush and everything.
Okay.
What would you like to do, our hat? Like these are soon to go off, but like you're kind of feeling like it's not going to be as ideal as you want it to be.
Right. Am I still near the Klingon?
Yes, you haven't moved from that spot.
I would grab his shoulders and I would pick him up and I would start screaming behind him, "Intruders!" And then I pick up his arm, there,
Do you
That's
know?
hilarious.
and
Now
then fall
here's
back.
Now here's my question. Do you do it in English or do you do it in Klingon?
I would try and I would try and put the absolute worst Klingon accent on it as I'm trying to yell it, but I don't know enough Klingon.
Okay. So I have to do this. It's going to be a command presence
Okay.
difficulty 4.
Oh boy. Well, I do have enough momentum to spend some. I'm going to buy two dice to give me four dice.
Perfect.
I need a 14 or better.
Okay.
So I have a really good chance, especially with four dice.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to take a quick look to see if I have any focuses. Would this fall under persuasion?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yes, I have persuasion, so that
Okay.
at least gives me a slightly better chance. I got a 3,
Okay.
an 8, a 6, and an 18. So
So
that's
4 successes.
4 successes.
Wow. So
I don't believe that worked. Oh,
so
I just spent a lot of momentum, so I really, really hoped it would.
so you lift him up and you're like and you're just saying things that you've heard but you don't really know, and you're gesturing with the arm in that direction, and you see them all like raise their rifles at the body, and they're like, and you can see that they pause and then they slowly look where the body you're having him gesture to, and like two or three of them start to walk towards that direction.
Klingons are so stupid.
I think that's probably been a minute. So in this zone is three of them. You can spend 3 momentum to get three more.
What do you think? That will use up all of our momentum.
Oof. Hey, no risk, no reward, right?
So we're knocking it down to 0 momentum and possibly taking out 6 of them.
I guess so. Why not? Let's try it. I'd like to get rid
Okay.
of 6 at once. It'd be nice.
All right. So it goes, it's a big flash, it's like, and then you just watch like this wave hit, and they're all like, oh, and they all go flying, and they all get knocked over. And immediately the outpost accelerates into high activity.
Yes, yes, of course
They
it
are now
does.
Right.
very well aware that they are under attack.
Yes.
And you can
Would
hear them shouting and moving about. What would you guys like to do now?
What I would
yeah,
do is I would take a Klingon grenade. I would throw it because
Okay.
that would be a very good distraction for me to start moving backwards and trying to find a
Oh,
better vantage point.
okay.
Because if they all come out, even if the grenade doesn't take out any of them, they'll be more wary of grenade explosion as opposed to all just charging out the door.
Yeah.
true.
All right, well, roll me a security fitness difficulty 2.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. So that goes, and you hear some pain shouting, but you don't know exactly how many.
Hmm. Hey.
You don't know how many got affected by that.
Right.
Okay, what are you and Knightley, what are you doing, and what are you commanding your dad to do?
Just kind of follow suit and try to do what our head did.
Okay.
And then just start shooting. I mean, it's not
All
really
right, so
anything special we can do at this point.
so your dad just starts running for the outpost, and he's got grenades in his hands, and he's running for the outpost.
Okay.
What are you doing, Knightley? What are you just gonna start shooting?
Yeah. I'm just gonna open fire on whoever's next to me. Whoever's
So there's nobody
closest.
in the opening yet. There's nobody there. So you have
Nobody's come out because I scared everybody with a grenade.
Okay.
right. So you'd have to get pretty much to the opening of this outpost to really do anything.
Okay. Then that is what I shall do.
Okay, so
You're going to start running for the outpost too?
I guess so. Why not?
so as you're running towards the outpost, you run past Arhat, who was running towards you.
I was talking, go, what are you doing? I'm trying
And
to get a vantage point away from here because you're
Oh
about to
no.
pour out and you're running toward it.
Yeah. Well, you do that.
okay. So we'll let you, Arhat, take the first. We'll let you three go, and then it's going to be full on battle.
Okay.
So you make a nice curved turn, and you're crouched down in some good brush, and you can see a couple Klingons in the opening there. So let's have you roll security control.
And quick to action.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna allow quick to action because it's a completely different like battle sequence.
It's kind of what I was thinking too, where it had all kind of stopped, and
Yeah,
then we're starting up again, where I have a chance to
yeah.
hopefully pick off two of them.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yep.
I have two.
Okay, let me roll. Okay, so you hit one of them. He recoils, but he doesn't go down.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can go again.
I got two successes.
So are you shooting the same one or a different one?
I would shoot the same one because I would be lined up on him. When I see he doesn't go down, I'd hit him again.
You shoot him again, and he just stays standing. He is not going down.
What armor is he using?
Not sure. I don't know. You don't know if it's like the distance, the armor, or just this guy doesn't. This guy likes being shot at. You're not sure. He is not going down. All right, Knightley, it is your turn. You're gonna roll security control. You're up against like this edge wall of the outpost. You're gonna kind of shoot, kind of semi blindly into the outpost. So it's
Okay, I got two successes.
okay. So you fire in and you take down a Klingon.
Excellent.
Okay, now you want your dad to throw a grenade.
Yeah.
Okay, you wanted him to throw a Klingon grenade.
Yeah.
Okay, so he throws. Okay, you hear the explosion go off, and you hear more pained noises. So now you can see our hat about seven have come to the opening, and now it's back to you. So you can see our hat from your position that seven are have come within range, seven additional. So you have the injured one that you shot, the
Yep.
double injured one, and then seven additional have now progressed towards.
They're not near any type of specialized electronics or anything like that,
Nope,
right?
nope, nothing that like you can see of no at least.
Right. I only have Klingon grenades at this point.
Yeah. So for your reference, you're either going to have to go beyond the outpost to not hurt Knightley. They're close enough that like if you don't deal with them too quickly, like she's going to have like a gang of them to take on like in like point blank range basically.
Right.
And he's gonna be like, well, that was your own fault.
Because if possible, I would like to throw a Klingon grenade into the midst of them.
Okay, that's fitness security. That would be from your position. It would probably be three. You're you got to get like a pretty good baseball throw.
Okay, I'm gonna give this a try. I got two successes.
Okay, so you Knightley are going to take four stress.
Wow, okay.
Otherwise, you get injured. I'd assume you don't want that.
No. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and that goes off, and you see one of them goes down. So now
Okay.
it's your turn, Knightley.
Okay. Is there one next to me?
They're all within
Close
shooting
to
range.
me?
You'd have to like get yourself out in the opening to like physically attack them.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I'll shoot.
Okay, that's control security again.
Okay, two successes.
Okay, so you shoot that Klingon. He goes down. Okay, then what do you want your dad to do? Throw another grenade?
Um, he should shoot, I think. Unless is there a group of
There's a
them?
group of like 10 or 12 or something like that in front of you.
Okay. Grenade.
Okay. Okay. So he throws the
Okay.
grenade successfully. So three of them go down. So the
Okay.
injured one, sorry, so the injured one and three additional ones go down.
Okay.
So you, Arhat, now only see one Klingon standing in that mess, like everything that just happened. And
Okay.
he takes a shot out at towards you. How about
Okay.
and he misses. It's back
Okay,
to you,
with
our hat.
let's see. There's one I'm gonna pull out the rifle and see if I can pick him off.
Very good.
And I was able to.
Okay.
Got two.
Yep, and he goes down in one motion. Okay. There's less commotion going inside. It doesn't sound quite as boisterous. What would you guys like to do? You don't see any more from the opening. You, our
Okay.
hat, can't see anything.
Well, somebody should go see about if they can turn the controls off while the other two keep watch, probably, right?
Can do that.
Well, since we don't know how many are inside, we may want to move up and see if there's more inside because we know some of them are injured, but we don't know to what
Okay.
extent.
I just know we're running out of time.
Okay. Yep.
We can't assume that we took them all out inside. It's best to be cautious.
Okay. Constantly cautious.
Constantly
Okay.
watching.
Okay.
So you Knightley are really close. So you could probably go in and give a good assessment of how many are left.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, so you round the edge of the thing and roll security insight difficulty 1.
I got two.
Okay, so there's one momentum.
Yay.
Yay!
So you count 7 from what you can see, you count 7 Klingons.
We can take them out. Throw a
Okay.
grenade. I have a grenade left, right?
Okay, sure, you can throw a grenade. Roll security fitness.
I got a 20.
Did you?
I did.
You only have one momentum.
We have
Yep.
one momentum.
I will bank threat.
Mm.
So you whip the grenade, but it gets like stuck up in one of like the upper things of this outpost. Like it's too high up for it to be effective on anything.
Okay. Can my dad try?
Your dad can try. He needs to move to a different position so he doesn't. He's like moving closer to where you are, and he doesn't throw any grenades. So
Okay.
now it's to you, our hat. What would you like to do?
Am I with them or am I still running up to them?
I would say by this point you're on probably the opposite side of the entry, like looking at Knightley.
Can I see the Klingons?
If you peek your head in, you can see them. Yeah.
Should we use the one momentum so that I can buy another dice and see if I can throw it well?
Might as well.
Okay,
So
so
I'm about
that'll be
That's
thrown out.
momentum. I'm buying a dice and I'm going to see if I can throw this. I have 3 successes.
Oh, nice. So that's one momentum back.
Okay.
Okay, so you throw, and 5 of them get hit with the blast, but one of them you can tell is like not. He didn't get fully like he flipped over or something, and he's just kind of like struggling on the ground, but he's not out.
Yeah, he got knocked, but he's still functioning.
Right. So you feel by your assessment there should be him and 2 others.
Okay.
So now it goes to Knightley.
All right. So I'd like to just shoot
So
it.
you're gonna have to like move fully into the outpost to now shoot anybody.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So you push your way into the outpost and you see a Klingon, you're gonna shoot at him.
Yep.
Okay, control security. Difficulty 2.
2 successes.
Okay, you shoot at him and he goes down. What would you like your dad to do?
Shoot. Shoot the other one.
Okay. He shoots and he misses.
Da.
So now it's that Klingon. He sees you Knightley. Ooh, he shoots very, very well.
Oh, no.
So you're going to take 2 stress.
Okay. Are you keeping in mind that I'm half Klingon and I have Brack lol?
Oh, that's true. No, you're right. It does give you against all. So you would have 3 from the first and 1 from this. So now you're at 4
Okay,
from both attacks. That's what I'm saying.
got it.
Okay. Okay, it's back to you. Our hat. You're gonna have to push in to see what she's shooting at, though.
Yep. I would take a step in so I can see what I'm shooting at.
Yep.
Did the one that fell over get up, or is he
Yeah,
still
he's
down?
no, now he is up and he is like he's like picking up his gun to shoot.
Okay, so we have two of them.
Yeah.
I think I'd take out the one that's up because mostly he'd be poised to shoot, whereas the other guy's
Okay.
getting
Yep.
up.
Yep. So just security control difficulty 2.
I got two.
Okay. So you shoot at that Klingon. He takes it like a champ. He doesn't go down. Now it's your turn, Knightley. Which one do you want? The one that's been shot recently by our hat, or the one who got knocked over by the grenade?
The one that Arhat was just shooting.
Okay, it's security control difficulty 2.
2.
Okay. And he goes down. Now your dad's going to shoot at the last one there in the back. And he misses.
Father.
So
He's
now
gonna have to
this
take some classes when this is done.
now this Klingon is going to shoot at Knightley. Nope, he misses. Now it's back to you, our hat.
Thankfully.
That's one. I say I've been hitting them. It's just they're taking it and keep going.
Yeah.
I got two.
Okay. Nope, he takes it and doesn't go down.
Is this all the threat that we had that you're using?
No, they have talents called resilience. So if I roll within their fitness number, they don't get injuries.
Ah,
How convenient for them.
So now it's your turn, Knightley, to shoot that last Klingon.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. And he goes down.
Nice.
So now it seems like no more chattering, no more noise. It seems like you guys have the outpost to yourself. It has been an arduous moment to get to here, but it feels like
Yes, it has.
yeah.
you can hear like something is happening, like something is monitoring, like there's beeps happening at this like main
Right.
council area.
The thing is we really could use someone who speaks Klingon
Yeah.
to help us with this.
Okay.
So we either need to scan and talk to the Klingons or get someone down here.
Yeah, I think I can do what I did before. And if that doesn't work, then we'll have to get somebody to come down.
So you hail the Qel'Thoq and no one answers.
Oh, because they're all over on. Hopefully.
You're not
I
sure.
hope.
You don't.
Oh gosh. I assume that they're on Gom'rok ship. Huh.
Well, you could look at the machine and roll engineering insight difficulty 3, and the two, whoever is doing that, the two other people can assist. One will be
Okay.
command presence, and the other will be engineering presence.
This wouldn't fall under the computer security protocol.
Yes, yes, it would. Yep.
Sounds like you should go then, because I only have a 10.
I have a 10, but I have that to work with.
Okay.
Yep.
Go for it.
So you'll roll.
I say my engineering isn't very good, but it's better than
Yeah.
nothing.
So you have your momentum that can give you 3 dice there, Mike. And
Yep.
then Knightley, you can roll command presence, and your father can roll engineering presence.
Oh. I have 1 success.
Okay.
So you're assisting me.
Right. Got it.
Ooh. Tobias rolled 2. He got 2 successes. He rolled.
I rolled a 2.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 1 from Knightley, 2 from Tobias, and then how many for you, Mike?
It's total of 3
So
because I
that's
rolled a
6.
2, I rolled a 3, and then I rolled an 11.
So that's 2 floating momentum that you have. So the 3 of you put your heads together, and you can tell that this thing that's changing is clearly a countdown. You don't know what number it's at, but the way that this thing is progressing, it doesn't seem like a lot of the symbols are changing. So you would assume this is like a seconds kind of a thing. Like this is maybe down to a minute or two, but it's not. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of time. What you
Okay.
see on the other side of it is that you can maybe reroute the connection from this command console to them, but you probably only have one chance.
Oh my God. Okay. What are my other options? I don't have any, right?
Not really.
Okay. Well, then here we go.
So, engineering control, difficulty 3. That's the main role.
I have a 13.
Okay, I have a 12. So you go right ahead.
And then another person is going to be science reason, difficulty 2. And then one person can assist one of those other people.
Which would be an 11 for me.
So science reason for me is not good. It's
Okay.
a 9.
Okay,
Okay.
so it sounds like you're going to do science reason, and Mike, you're going to do engineering control.
Yep.
Who would you like Tobias to assist? Because his numbers are not better than either of yours.
Right.
Well, I guess me. Guess
Okay.
guess he would assist his daughter.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Even though it's only a 2, would my computer security protocol come into play, or is this a no?
No, that's still fine. That's still fine. I think you're both going to be difficulty 3.
Okay. We do have 2 momentum.
Okay. We
If
need
you
to
want
use them
to,
all. Yeah.
if you want to buy a dice and I buy a dice.
Sounds good.
Okay. There goes Tobias. Ooh, one success from Tobias.
Oh my God, I actually got 3 successes.
I got 3 successes too, one on each dice.
So you meet it, Mike.
Oh,
You got 3, Adri.
I did.
So you have 4, so that's an extra momentum.
Good Lord.
Yay!
And you watch the console go like beep, beep, and then it just stops. And then you hear off in the distance, you hear like small explosions happening, and you turn around to look, and like the tops of the javelins are like fire is now going through the top of them instead of
Mm,
down, and it seems like whatever they were doing, they're now malfunctioning and not continuing the process.
okay.
For the time being, it seems like nothing is happening on the screen anymore. You kind of get a thing like flashing, but nothing's like no symbols are rotating. It seems like you've stopped the countdown. Let's make it simple. Roll a engineering insight difficulty 1. Doesn't matter who.
I have a 10 for it, so if you have better than a 10.
Same. No, I have the same. You go
Somebody,
ahead, you can do it, yeah.
Okay.
you want Tobias or anybody to roll like assist?
Sure.
Okay.
I say I got 1.
He got 1, so you get one momentum. So the two of you kind of put together that you're kind of getting that the symbols here on the console are indicating that things are offline. Like the
Okay.
connection to these things is not a thing anymore.
Okay. That's good news.
So what do you say? What happens in this little scene before we end tonight?
I guess we would all just be very happy that we got it in time.
I would probably breathe a sigh of relief
Yeah.
and
I'd
say it
probably
looks like we've shut it down.
yeah. I'd probably hug my dad
Okay.
and then tell him go back, let the others know, let mom know and the others that we did it, and I'm gonna see if I can contact the ship.
And just as you hear her say the word ship, you, Arhat, and Tobias watch Knightley little red rays and shimmering kind of lights and things, and all the stuff consume her, and she fades away in this red light.
Cool.
And that's
Teleporter.
where we end tonight.
Wow. You crazy.
So thanks everybody for sticking with us on this Off the Drake mission of Embers of the Hearth, and we will continue next time. And make sure to watch our in-between missions of the Drake Adventures, game mastered by Mike here himself. Stay tuned as we continue on Trouble with Tam in those videos. So thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you next time.